Hi everyone, welcome to the Love Space. I'm Valentina, and today I'll be guiding you through a 35-minute yoga flow. The intention of today's class or practice is to focus on our mobility, especially the mobility of our joints. And when we move into postures today, I want you to think about the stretch that's created in the muscle group, so in the belly of the muscle instead of the joints. Muscles are elastic and we can stretch them because they'll go back. However, joints aren't. Once you stretch your joints by a certain point, that's where they will stay. And so if you're someone that does a lot of CrossFit or works out a lot, this is just a really good 30-35 minute movement flow to get your muscles moving, to get your joints lubricated so that you can start your week off, or even if you're doing it in the middle of the week, so that you have something to stretch out if you're feeling sore. So thank you for being here. Let's get started. Meet me on your mat, come onto your back. We'll start with our breath. Close your eyes. Bring your feet to the outside edges of your mat and bring your knees together to touch so that you can start to create some internal rotation on your hips. You can bring your hands to your belly so that you can start to become aware of your breath. Take a breath in, fill up your belly, notice how it expands, then breathe into your side rib cage, your top rib cage, and then all the way up to your collarbones. Big open mouth, exhale. Take a few more breaths like this on your own, and then we'll start moving. So starting with your belly, allow it to expand, then feel your rib cage expand in opposite directions, and allow your breath to come all the way up to your collarbones. And in that same order, do your exhale, so first your rib cage, and then your belly. And begin to pull your belly in towards your spine as you exhale your whole entire air out of your lungs. Together, take another big breath in, fill up belly, rib cage, all the way up to your collarbones. Big open mouth, exhale, rib cage, belly. Good. And now bring your palms out to the side, so peel out your arms, palms down. Bring your knees on top of your ankles and just simply drop both of your knees towards the left side of your mat. You can gaze to the right. And it's a really gentle stretch to start. Maybe you start to feel some sensation in the right side of your body. If you're not feeling anything at all, you can bring your left ankle on top of your right thigh to guide your thigh closer towards the ground. Take a big breath in. And a big breath out. One more, breathe in. And breathe out. Slowly come back to center. Realign your spine and then drop both of your legs towards the right. Either stay here, maybe one side feels a little tighter than the other. Breathe into your left side body, and if you want a little more, bring your right ankle on top of your left thigh to guide your left leg towards the ground. And right here, right now, just notice your physical body, the pockets of tension, the spaces where you need to send your breath. Together, breathe in. And breathe out. And slowly bring your knees back to center. Pull them in towards your chest. Find a little sway from side to side. Just begin to massage the muscles along your spine. And then grab onto your thighs, begin to rock and roll back and forth. And just notice the sensation in the back line of your body. Make your way into a tabletop at your own pace. Stack all your joints. So stack your shoulders over your wrists. Stack your hips over your knees. And now spread your fingertips wide onto your mat. Press the ground away from you to activate through your core. Inhale, cow pose. Drop your belly down and your chest in between your shoulders. Then send your gaze up, lift your chin towards the ceiling, pull your shoulders back. Exhale, cat, press into your hands, pull your chin towards your chest, really inflate across your shoulder blades, exaggerate the press in your hands. Rep to movement, inhale, cow, drop your belly down, send your gaze up. Exhale, cat, press into your hands, send your shoulders up. One more, inhale, cow, drop your belly down, send your gaze up. Exhale, cat, press, and round. Good, and slowly come back into that neutral spine. And now with control, extend your left leg back behind you. Lower your left hip in line with your right. And ever so slowly begin to send your left leg out towards the side. so that your left foot comes in line with your right knee. Good. When your left foot lands, press into the knife edge, so the pinky edge of your foot, and then even out your pelvis so that your hips are squared to the ground. Now from here, you can stay if you're already feeling that stretch in your left inner thigh. I like to walk my hands forward to also stretch into my chest. And then you can almost press your body back to find a deeper stretch into your left inner thigh. Now again, notice where that stretch is. If that stretch is really close to your knee or your hip joint, see if you can press your foot into the ground to engage so that the stretch is safer. If your hands are extended, bring them back underneath your shoulders. Press into your right hand. Inhale, open arm twist. Reach your left arm up towards the ceiling. Now notice your left hip, if it started to open up, pull it down so that the rotation comes from your spine. Take a breath in, reach up. Exhale, thread the needle. Reach your left arm underneath your right. And then gently lower your left shoulder, your left cheek down onto your mat. You can bring your right hand forward and continue to press yourself back to stretch deeper into your left inner thigh. Take 3 breaths here. Good, one more, inhale. And exhale. Press down into your right palm. Come back into your tabletop with control. Lift your left leg, send it to the back, and then switch it out. Extend your right leg back behind you. Ooh, I don't think I can do that yet. And then send it to the right. When you're ready, land your right foot down onto the mat or onto the ground, and then press into the knife edge of your right foot. Now again, notice where the stretch is, and either stay here or begin to walk your hands forward if you also want to stretch into your chest and your shoulders. Notice where the tension on your right leg is. If it's closer to your knee or your hip, press deeper into your right foot to activate. Breathe. Slowly walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. Ground down into your left palm. Inhale, open arm twist. Reach your right arm up. And again, notice if your right hip went up. Lower it down so that your opening comes from your spine. Take a breath in. Exhale, thread the needle. Reach your right arm underneath your chest. Lower your right shoulder and your right cheek to the ground. You can extend your left arm forward if you want to press your hips back just a little bit more. Good, breathe. You have 3 breaths here. Continue to dive a little bit deeper into your breath, a little deeper into your body to really focus on the sensation and moving with safety. Just slowly press into your left palm, reach your right arm up. Release it back down and then circle your right leg back and behind you. Come back into your tabletop. Tuck your toes under, breathe in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips up and then back. Take a second here, find some movement. Pedal out your feet or lift and lower your heels if that feels good in your body. And then find stillness. Now gaze at your hands and then make sure you're pressing into your thumb and your index finger so that you can send your chest towards your thighs. Now if you're flexible in your shoulders, it's easy to dump into your shoulders, so hug your triceps towards your ears and then press the ground away from you. Send your tailbone up and back. If you're feeling sensation in your hamstrings, that's totally normal. I know you've been doing a lot of running, so just breathe into the back end of your body. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, ragdoll pose. Walk your feet behind your hands. Keep your feet wide, so your hips width distance are a little wider. Bend your knees a little, and then allow your chest to hang heavy down towards your mats. You can grab opposite elbow, gently sway from side to side, if that's what feels good in your body. Or just allow your arms to hang heavy towards the mat. Nod and shake your head, release your neck. And then release your hands down to the mat. Bring your feet together so that their hips width distance or toes touch. Tuck your chin, press into your feet. Inhale, slowly rise up to stand. Step bone on top of Shrug your shoulders up towards your ears, melt them down your back. One more like that. Inhale, reach your shoulders up. Exhale, send them down your back. Bring your hands to face forward and close your eyes. Take a second here to set your intention or just focus on your breath. Come home to your body, come home to yourself. Press actively into your feet to activate your thighs. Now inhale, mountain pose, reach your arms up towards the ceiling. Now rotate your shoulders forward and up to create more space in your shoulder blades so that you can further engage your core. Take a breath in. Exhale, side body bend to the right. Release your right hand down and then reach your left arm up and then over to the side. Now notice if you're dumping into your hips. So zip your legs together, pull yourself up and away from your hip joints, and then find that safe opening in the left side of your body. Inhale, mountain pose, come back to center. Exhale, side body stretch to the left. Left hand down, right arm reaches up and then to the left. Again, press your feet, squeeze your inner thighs, and lift up and away from your joints to stretch safely into your muscles. Inhale, mountain pose, reach your arms up. Exhale, tiny back bend, cactus your arms, squeeze your glutes, and send your hips forward to find that space. Inhale, mountain pose, reach your arms up. Exhale, forward fold, hinge from your hips. Lower your hands down towards your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, hold and breathe here. Bring your hands to your shins or your thighs to really find length in your spine. Send your tailbone back, crown of your head forward so that you're pulling in opposite directions. Take a big breath in. Exhale, high plank, plant your palms, step your feet back. Press into your hands and notice if you're dumping into your shoulders. Press the ground away from you. Now inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Zip your legs together. Keep your hands under your shoulders. Activate your knees off the ground. Inhale, cobra pose. Lift your chest up. Here you're using little to no weight on your hands to activate the muscles along your spine. Reach the crown of your head forward, your feet back, and then press into your hips to lift your chest up higher. Breathe in. Exhale, lower your chin down towards the mat. 2 more breaths to movement. Inhale, cobra, lift your chest. Exhale, lower your chin down. 1 more, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower your chin down. Plant your palms, tuck your toes. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now we put that together, breath to movement, to really focus on the breath. So move slowly and move with intention. Really feel into your body. Inhale, gaze to the top of your mat. Exhale, step forward, fold feet together at the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, find length. Exhale, forward fold, hinge from your hips. Press into your feet. Inhale, mountain pose, rise all the way up. Exhale, side body bend to the right, lift away from your hips. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, side body bend to the left. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, tiny back bend, lift up through your chest. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, forward fold, hinge from your hips, lower all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift, find length in your spine. Exhale, high plank, lower all the way down to your belly. 3 times, inhale, cobra, lift your chest. Exhale, lower your chin down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 1 more, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Press into your palms. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. 1 more time through. Inhale, gaze forward. Focus on your breath. Exhale, step to the top of your space. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Rise all the way up. Exhale, side body bend to the right. Continue. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, side body bend to the left. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, tiny back bend. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank, lower all the way down to your belly, and this time hold at the bottom. Find Sphinx pose, so bring your elbows down so that your elbows are at an 11. Press your hands into the ground, and this can be super passive, right? You can just kind of lean into it, or it can be active. So press into your elbows, and without really moving, drag your chest forward, and then press your feet into the mat. Activate your glutes and your thighs. So you'll start to feel some sensation in your upper back. You're really engaging into your rhomboids, these tiny muscles that live underneath your lats. And so breathe into that space. Take an inhale breath. And exhale. One more breath in. And breath out. And slowly release your chin back down. Press into your palms. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Take a breath in. And a breath out. Inhale, reach your left leg high. We'll start with the left leg today. So reach your left leg high. Notice if your hip opened up. Lower your left hip. Activate your right leg and then lift from your left heel higher. You'll feel a stretch in your right hamstring. Take a breath in. Exhale, bring your left knee towards your left tricep and then step your foot down. So left foot goes down. And now press into your hands. Send your chest back. You'll feel a deep stretch in your left leg T-band. Now as you do that, flex your left toes even though they're pressing down so that the stretch stays safe into the left side of your body. You can play here with how much depth you want by pulling your chest towards your thighs. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. With that same control, bend your left knee and then step your left foot in between your hands. Stay in an active lunge and then inhale, rise up to stand. Take a moment here and breathe. Now ground deeply into your left heel, pull it back to square your hips. Lift your back heel up and then squeeze your right thigh. Notice how that lifts you up, but also you start to feel a stretch in your right hip flexor. Now from here, your arms are optional where you want to go. I like to keep them up. Take an inhale breath and then exhale very slowly, begin to lower down until your right knee comes down to the mat. So as you lower down with control, it really helps you dive into your quad. It should already be active and you should start feeling a stretch there already. So stay here. If you feel like you have more space, then give yourself permission to move forward, but no knee. You can stay with your knee over your ankle and your hip over your knee. Good. Take a breath in, reach your arms up. Exhale, tricep stretch. Bend your right elbow and then begin to open up your chest. So it's like a sideways bend so that you can continue to stretch into your right thigh, up into your rib cage, and then your right arm. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, reach your arms back up. Exhale, half split, straighten your front leg. And you can walk your left foot forward if you want a little bit more space. The intention here though is to keep your right knee under your right hip. So there's straight lines of energy. Now flex your left toes towards your shin bone and isometrically pull your left heel back to continue to square your hips. Breathe into the back line of your left leg. With every inhale, find length in your spine. With every exhale, move a little bit deeper. Lower your chest towards your thigh. Two more, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, deepen. One more, inhale. And exhale. And slowly bend back into your front knee. From here, we'll move into a runner's lunge. So step your front foot up and then to the outside of your mat. And then allow your right hip to come down. Now here you can roll onto the knife edge of your left foot and open your knee to the side with control. So hug your hips and your core in as you begin to give yourself space. Maybe you find a little twist, you can send your left shoulder up towards the ceiling. And now breathe. Breathe, close your eyes. And just again, notice where the sensation in your body is, where you need that stretch physically. If this is enough right here, stay, or if you want to move deeper, plant your right palm down. Inhale, reach your left arm up. Bend your back knee and then reach around, grab onto your back foot. So give yourself permission to lean into it just a little bit, but continue to press both into your left foot and your right hand to find some space. And then you can twist your body open towards the ceiling, pull your foot in towards your glute. As you pull your foot in, kick it away from you to stretch deeper into your right side. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more, inhale. and exhale. Gently release your back foot, plant your palms, tuck your back toes, come into an active lunge. With control, inhale, reach your left leg high. Good, enough from here, opportunity to open up your hip. So bend your left knee, keep your right leg active. So I'd like to lift my right heel up, come onto your tippy toes, and then begin to find that stretch in your upper hip. If you want to continue the rotation, if you feel open, you can lower your left foot behind you, land your hips down, and then reach and lift your hips up. Reach your left arm forward. Feel energy in your whole body. Take an inhale breath. Exhale, downward facing dog. Come back to center. Woo. Breathe in. Breathe out. Come back to yourself right here. Inhale, reach your right leg up. Keep your hips squared. And then lift your left heel up, right heel up. Hug your inner thighs together. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale, right knee towards your left tricep. Step your right foot in. And then from here, square your hips. Press your hands back to strengthen the whole right side of your right leg. Flex your toes up your right foot to keep this safe. And breathe. Inhale. Send your chest towards your thighs. Exhale. One more breath in. And breath out. Slowly bend your right knee with control. Step your right foot in between your hands. Keep your legs active. Inhale, come up to standing into a crescent lunge. Good, and just take a moment here to feel your body. Lift your back heel up, and then ground down into your right heel. Pull it back to square your hips. Now notice as you activate your back glute, so squeeze your left glute, how that begins to give you that space and that opening in your quad. Reach your arms up, and then when you're ready, as you exhale, begin to lower all the way down, I have to modify, and then lower your left knee all the way down to your mat. Now again, right here, you should already start to feel that stretch in your quad. If you want to lean forward a little bit, do that. But notice where the stretch is. You want the stretch in the belly of your quad. Good, from here, breathe in. Exhale, tricep stretch. Bend your left elbow. Reach it with your right hand. And then begin to pull it up. Hug your core in. And as you give yourself space, continue to activate through your feet so that everything's working. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, half splits. Straighten your front leg. Good. Send your left hip over your left knee. And then you can flex your right toes towards your shin. Pull your right heel back isometrically. And then continue to breathe. With every inhale, lengthen your spine. With every exhale, find more depth. You have a couple breaths here on your own. Breathe. Breathe and be right here. Good, and now slowly begin to bend back into your front knee. We'll move into a runner's lunge. So step your right foot forward and bend to the right. And then allow your hips to fall down. You can roll onto the knife edge of your right foot. And then begin to open your chest up. You can even apply some pressure on your right knee to open up. Press into your left hand to give yourself space. Good. You have a few breaths on this side, so just take a moment to see the space that works for you on this side of your body. I'm going to keep my left knee lifted because I have a lot of sensation on my knee. But you go wherever you need to go. If you want to move into the thigh stretch, press your left hand down, reach your right arm up, bend your back knee, and then reach around and grab onto your foot. Now instead of dumping down, press into your right foot and your left hand. Lift yourself away from the mat, and then with your hand, pull your heel towards your glute. Breathe deeply into that sensation. Good, slowly release your back foot. With control, reactivate into your lunge. Inhale, reach your right leg up. Good, and then from here, Activate your left leg first. So come onto your left tippy toes. Then bend your right knee and begin to open up your head. Stay here or continue to drop your right hip down and lift your hips up. Stretch through your hips, your chest, reach forward, breathe in. Exhale, downward facing dog. You're gonna take a full breath in and a full breath out. Inhale, reach your right leg up towards the ceiling. Exhale, half pigeon. Bring your right knee towards your right wrist. And then as you come down, just take a second to readjust. So walk your left leg back. The intention in half pigeon is to really keep your hips even. So it's easy to just dump into your right glute. Lift up, and you can play with how far you want your shin. Your shin can be closer towards your left thigh, or it can be parallel if you have more space. Now, bring your hands to the ground, like tent your fingertips, and instead of releasing your chest down, press into your hands, and then you almost want to like pull yourself back. As you pull yourself back, you start to feel a deeper stretch in your right outer glute. Press into your hands, lift your chest. Stay here, or if you want to move maybe a little bit deeper, you can begin to walk your hands up. Continue to activate your right foot so that you're lifting yourself up and away, and maybe you find a deeper stretch in your whole left side body. So take a breath in, and then as you exhale, sleeping pigeon, come down to your elbows. We'll take a couple breaths here, and just relax your shoulders, relax your head. Unclench your jaw. Good, and breathe. Slowly begin to walk your hands back. Tuck your back toes. With that same control, inhale, reach your right leg up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Settle out your feet, give your leg a little shake. Inhale, reach your left leg high. Exhale, half pigeon, bring your left knee towards your left wrist. Good, so we'll take a moment here to readjust. So send your right leg back, make sure your back foot points straight back. Flex your left toes, and you want to press into your left shin bone to lift yourself away from the ground. Maybe you press into your hands, and again, pull yourself back to stretch deeper into your left glute, left outer hip. Just notice the difference on this side of your body. Keep your left foot flexed so that it's engaged and it's intentional. If you did on the other side, you can try to lift up. I'm going to stay right here. Open up through your chest, breathe in. Exhale, sleeping pigeon, come down to your elbows. Take a second to relax your shoulders. Soften through your face. Have a few breaths here before we move on. Then come up to your hands, activate your legs. Inhale, reach your left leg high. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step all the way through. Have a seat and come onto your back. So we've done a lot of front leg openings as well as our hamstrings. So we have an opportunity here to move into some back bends to kind of continue creating that space. So it's slow and controlled. We'll start with a bridge pose. So bend your knees, plant your feet. Walk your feet as close as you can get them towards your glutes. Bring your hands by your hips, palms face down. Now press into your heels first. Squeeze your glutes and then find a little lift. So there's like a sliver of space in between my glutes and the ground. Now from here, activate your core. So pull everything into the midline of your body and then press into your heels to lift your hips up. Once you find that lift your rib cage, lift your chest. Maybe you interlace your fingertips underneath your low back to find a chest expansion, or you stay where you are. Continue to press your heels down and then open and lift through your hips. Good, take a breath in. Exhale, slowly release down. body. Notice your mind. Just come back to this moment, come back to this space. Breathe in. Breathe out. Slowly bring your knees back on top of your heels. Walk your heels in close towards your glutes. To move into wheel pose, deep opening of the front line of the body. Bring your hands by your ears so that your fingertips point forward. From here, ground your feet into the earth and then find that little lift in your glutes, that same activation. And then lift up onto the crown of your head. Once you're in the crown of your head, pull your elbows back in towards one another, and then it's like a reverse push-up. It's almost like a handstand push-up, so lift yourself up and away from the ground. Now press into your heels, really activate your legs. Hug your belly in, so instead of squeezing your glutes, release your glutes, hug your belly, and then give yourself space to open up through your chest, through your shoulders. Good, and then just breathe and make this your own. If it's difficult, just breathe into the spaces that it is. If you have some space, maybe you find some movement from side to side. Just always focusing on that control of your body. Good, breathe in. Exhale, slowly come back down, bone by bone, knees together, walk your feet out, one hand to your heart, one hand to your chest. Take a second. Come back to your breath, and just notice all the space you've already created. Big breath in, big breath out. Walk your feet back in. Bring your knees into your chest just to kind of reset the whole thing. Good, and then lower your feet. Keep your knees bent. Bring your right ankle on top of your left thigh for a supine figure 4. You can stay here or interlace your fingertips behind your left thigh and then pull your thigh in towards your chest. Now flex your right foot, so keep your right foot active so that you can find more stretch in your left outer hip. You can stay here if you're already feeling sensation. I like to move into cow face from here. So for cow face legs, reach your left thigh over your right so that you're crossing your legs together. And then reach forward and grab onto your feet with your hands. And then release your shoulders back down. Pull your thighs in towards your chest. So I'm hugging my thighs in towards one another as I'm pulling with my hands. Relax your shoulders, relax your face. Good, wherever you are, take a breath in. And a breath out. Release your feet. Keep your legs crossed, or cross them if you haven't done so already. Lower your left foot down to the ground. Tee out your arms. And now again, drop your legs towards the left side of your mat. Maybe you find a little pop and crackle in your sacrum. Now as your legs go down, pull your right hand to the right and plant your shoulders firmly onto the mat. So as you're starting to open into that right side, continue to hug your belly in, and maybe you'll even feel a deeper stretch. Good, take a breath in, and a breath out. Slowly bring your legs back to center. Reset. Plant your right foot down, cross your left ankle on top of your right thigh, supine figure 4. Stay here or pull your legs in towards your chest. Interlace your fingertips underneath your right thigh and continue to apply that pressure. Flex your left toe so your left leg is active as you start to find more depth in your supine figure 4. Stay here or for cow face legs, cross your left leg over your right. Reach forward, grab onto your feet, and then pull your knees into the midline of your body and your feet towards the ground. Deep stretch into your left outer glute. Relax your shoulders. Relax your face. Just breathe into your body. Be in this moment with your body. Take one more breath in. And breath out. Release your feet. Keep your legs crossed. Lower your right foot down and tee out your arms. And then drop both of your legs to the right. Gaze to the left. Now press your left hand down and almost isometrically pull yourself towards the left. Anchor your left shoulder on the mat and allow the heaviness of your legs to do the work for you right here, my friends. Begin to release. Breathe deeply. Notice where you're holding on to tension, any stress in your physical body. Your breath is a powerful tool to release some of that physical stress, but also some of that emotional stress that you may be feeling right now. Good. Breathe in. And breathe out. Alright, bring your knees back to center and into your chest. You have two options here. So you can send your legs up the wall and just stay here if this feels good. Find a soft bend in your knee. Or you can find cloud pose. So cloud pose is like a forward fold, but on our backs. So ground your palms down, lift your hips up, bring your hands underneath your low back, and then lower your feet behind your head. I like to widen my legs here so that I can really lift my sacrum up, or keep your legs together. Good, and keep strong, so keep your hands under your low back, and then press into your elbows so that you can lift your hips over your shoulders. And slowly bend your knees in towards your ears. Good. Happy baby pose. Bring your knees into your rib cage. Hold on to the inner outside arches of your feet. And then pull your knees down to flatten your spine onto the mat. From here you can find some movement, sway from side to side. And slowly come back to center. Bring your knees into your chest. Inhale. Exhale, Shavasana, final resting pose. Release your feet down. Relax your arms by your side. Take a moment to get comfortable. Take up all the space that you need. Let go of all your air. Take a slow breath in. Fill up into your belly, your rib cage, all the way up to your chest. Big open mouth. Exhale. Let go. And now just be here and notice. Relax your feet down onto the mat. Allow your knees to be heavy. Relax your quad muscles. Notice your hips, your pelvis, your sacrum, that whole body. Let it go. Soften your belly, soften your abdomen. Relax your shoulders, your neck, your jaw. Soften the space between your eyebrows. Now give yourself permission to lie here in stillness for just a minute longer so that you can receive your practice fully. I'll let you know when it's time to come out. Enjoying the stillness, feel free to stay here for as long as you like. If you're ready to move on with your day, wherever it is, begin to deepen your breath. Take a big inhale, fill up all the way. Big open mouth, exhale, side out. Wiggle your fingertips and your toes. Bring movement into your ankles and your wrists. Gently sway your head from side to side. Bring your arms above your head. Give yourself a big body stretch. On your own time, make your way up into a comfortable seat. Sit up tall and straight and bring your hands into your heart center. Press your thumbs into your sternum. Lift your chest up. Take a moment to ground down and to come home to yourself right here. Know that your breath is a powerful tool that is always available to you. And with that and with gratitude, bring your thumbs to the space between your eyebrows. And bow forward to seal our practice. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you enjoyed practice today. I hope you feel loose and just kind of good to move on with your day or to start your week. Feel free to comment or send me any feedback, and I'll see you soon.